I'm going to show you how you can trade the Forex market very well in as little as 10 to 15 minutes per day. Let's talk about that and more right now. Hey traders, Andrew Mitchem here at the Forex Trading Coach with video and podcast number 367. And I want to talk about how much time you spend at your charts, at the computer as a Forex trader. And probably for most people watching this, you're probably part-time traders doing this as an interest, a hobby, something to create a passive income. And what I tend to find is that most people seem to think they need to be sat at their computer, at their charts, all day long or as long as they can. A lot of people say to me, hey Andrew, I'm working in the daytime, but I've got all evening to sit and watch the charts. And the problem with that is it doesn't become like sustainable. It's not reality. Yes, you can do it for a short period of time, but think about this, long term. Are you going to spend 5 days a week just sat there watching your charts every evening? Or if you are working night times, are you going to sit there every daytime watching your charts? The reality is that you're not going to be doing that, or you're not going to enjoy doing that for very long. And that becomes the problem. Most people, though, they think they've got to be sitting there waiting for every pip of movement, waiting for this line to cross over that line, and just in case you miss something, or you're scared to leave a trade open because you might lose a pip or two. And that's the problem, people thinking in the wrong terms. You should never think in pips. Forget the pips, they do not matter. Think in percentages, but that's another subject. So the reality is that the way that I teach and the way I trade is that most days I spend between 30 and 60 minutes total chart time. Now, when you start trading, when you learn a system, yes, you've got to put that time in, that effort up front. Absolutely you do. You've got to watch, you've got to see what's happening, see how the market behaves, see the behaviors of different currency pairs, all those types of things. But the reality is, though, that once you know how to trade, it's quality, not quantity. And less is more. All those kind of phrases that you hear, but they are so true when it comes to being a good Forex trader, because you do not need to sit watching your charts all day long in order to, well, and for me, in the way that I trade, the way that I teach, is that we only look for a trade at the close of a candle. Now, for me, the two main times that I try to be at my computer are New York time, 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. Those are the two times. If I'm not there exactly at that time, especially the 5 a.m., it doesn't matter, because the way that I trade is I'm taking retracement orders anyway, so I don't need to be there. The 5 p.m. I'm always there because that's when I post my trades for my clients and have done so for nearly 11 years now, without fail. We've never missed a day. So the reasons for those times, the 5 p.m. New York time, so that's Eastern Standard Time, that is at the close of the trading day. That is when I can look at the daily charts, the 12-hour charts, the 8-hour charts, the 6-hour charts, and the 4-hour charts. I can scan through those 5 time frame charts in probably 10 minutes. Look at all the currency pairs, scan through them, 10 minutes, done. And then at 5 a.m. New York time, I look at the 12, the 6, the 4, and because it's then in the European time, I look at the 1-hour charts as well. If I did nothing else than looked at the charts at and around those two times, then you have ample trading opportunities. Now, to give you an example, last year you'd have seen on my website, if you were following me back then, I went over to Europe, the UK and France for 4 weeks with my family. And in that time, I traded 10 to 15 minutes once a day on the 5 p.m. New York close, and that was it. In the 4 weeks I was away, I made 12.7% on a live account. All the trades are there. You can go and view them. They were all posted on our membership site. They're all taken in advance of the market moving. But 12.7% in 4 weeks, trading 10 to 15 minutes once a day in the evening in the UK and in Europe. And that was it. No ongoing management, no going back to the charts during the daytime watching, just logging back in again, European evening, and taking trades for the next day. And that was it. Really easy to do. So for me personally, when I'm not away, I try to look at the 4, 6 and 8 hour chart changeovers during the daytime if I can. If I miss them, doesn't matter. It's not that important, and because not every setup, not every time are you going to find a good setup, and if you miss some, too bad. Trading is about long term. It's not about getting every single trade every single day, every single week. That's not real. So look at it as an enjoyable thing to do. Look at it in a more relaxed way. Look at it with retracement orders. Look at it at the close of a candle. If you can't be there right on the close of that candle, with retracements, it doesn't matter, because generally you've got a long time before the trade will actually get filled anyway. So I hope that helps. So try to get away from thinking about looking at 1 minute charts and 5 minute charts and 15-minute charts. It's not fun. It's not real. You can't sustain it. And the reality is you'll end up probably paying your broker more in spread costs than you'll actually make. So be really, really careful with those short time frame charts and try and get on to the longer, more enjoyable, more reliable charts from 4 hours and above. So I hope that helps. This is Andrew Mitchem at the Forex Trading Coach. I'll see you this time next week with more trading tips and information. Bye for now.